workshop. I'm Nige. So today we're going to work through some wrist and shoulder mobility exercises. It's one of the very best ways to advance your practice overall, especially if you're learning handstands or arm balances. These are really going to help you out. So we're going to start off in all fours today. Take your hands onto the floor, stack the hips over your knees, top of the feet on the floor here as well. So first thing, guys, protract the shoulders. You really want to build that habit of pushing more into the mat. Wrap the triceps towards your body. So take a look at the eye of the elbow. Just make sure it's in line with your thumb here. Straighten off the elbows if you can. Really gentle rock forward and back. So anytime during these exercises, you might need to bend the elbows to lighten the load on your wrists. That's totally fine. Over time, we're working to straighten off the elbows. So gentle warm up here. You can also circle through the wrists. Feel the weight disperse through all 10 fingers as you move. Maybe you can start to grip the fingers in the floor. Another great habit for learning handstands, we gripping down. And ripple through the spine, also creating a bit more space through the back body here. So let's take 3 more complete rounds. It's intuitive motion. Trying to circle fully through the wrists. Eventually coming back of the hands on the floor now. Bring the back of the wrist on the floor, fingers towards your knees. Thumbs are on the inside here. So again, feel free to bend the elbows if you need to. For me, I'm going to straighten off the elbows. Turn the elbows towards the front of the room. So biceps wrapping towards your body now. Let's start to bend the elbows forward in front of you if you can. It's okay if you only bend off to the side. Just do what you can here. It's inhale breath, lifting up. The exhale breath, bending forward. Just keep that flowing with your breath. Every exhale, try to soften a little bit lower down to the ground. This one's really good, guys, especially if you work in an office all day. You're clicking a mouse. Really good to move through some counteraction through the wrist. Keep them healthy over time. This is a nice one to keep in your back pocket. Let's go ahead and take 2 more complete rounds. Let's go ahead and come back up. Spin the fingers towards the sides of the room now. So this time I want you to take your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Spread the fingers, point the fingers directly toward the sides of the room. Let's go side to side motion here. So shifting your weight. When you come through center, again, protracting your shoulders, lift up through center. Let's one more time each side. Let's release that last pose. Coming back through. Now we're going to work with some wrist strength here. So coming back of the wrist, point forward now, fingers towards your knees. I'm going to go ahead and lean back here into your fingers, lift the palms up. Flex out. And try to go slowly back to the floor now. So slowly, millimeter by millimeters, go down. Thumbs touch. Back down to your palms. One more time, just lean back. Gradually drawing back down. And just touch your wrists. Lean back, interlace the fingers. Just release that whole sequence now. Any motion that feels good, feel free to circle it out. Or even wave it out through the wrists here. Catch the motion, whatever you feel. Let's come up onto your knees now. Interlace the fingers. So really important to open the shoulders up as well. Any mobility we're lacking in the shoulders, we'll try to make up through during the wrists. So really important to open them both up. Palms up towards the ceiling, draw the belly in. Just take an inhale breath, squeeze the biceps towards your ears. Exhale breath, really gentle side body stretch over towards the right. So just so you can see, let's roll the top shoulder open. Just inhale breath, coming back through center. Over towards the left now, keep pushing out through the palms. Use some core strength here to lengthen out. Just inhale breath, back up through center is lift. This time as you exhale, push back into your feet, push the palms forward. Just keep that flowing. Inhale breath, come back up. Exhale, give it away. Fill the whole body with breath as you move here. It's re-energized. Let's go ahead and take 3 more. And the exhale, pushing out. Just come back onto all fours. Untuck your toes. Gentle tap out through the feet. It's a really important part of opening your whole back body. Actually opening the feet as well here. Just tap them out. Cat-cow. So first pose, come into cat. Round the spine, tuck your chin. Tuck the tailbone here as well. Let's push out into the mat. Lift the back of the heart. And find that center line directly pressing down through your ribs. Inhale breath, cow pose, thread the heart through. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And the exhale, push into the mat lower. And keep that flowing 3 more complete rounds. Try to make some more space between each vertebrae here. Ripple through the whole back body. And go through the same cat-cow motion, but this time spin the fingers in towards your knees. Thumbs are on the outside. Same thing though, let's push out, cat pose, press, lean back into your fingers. Inhale breath, cow pose, thread the heart through, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale breath, push in the mat. Go ahead and take 2 more. This one's really good, especially if you're weightlifting quite a bit. Using a barbell can really help to rest that bar on the collarbones. Doing flexible wrist for support. Just shake it out now. Or extend out through the fingers, whatever feels good for you. Let's work with that extension, gripping back in. Perhaps up towards the ceiling, wrap the triceps forward now. Let's keep that flexion going. The blood flow through the wrists, forearms, extending all the way through the shoulder. We're going to finish up on our back body now, guys. Coming onto your spine, lengthen the legs up. Just go ahead and reach the arms overhead. Take a hold of your left wrist now with your right hand. Gently pulling up on that wrist. Try to flatten your shoulders onto the mat. We'll come through banana pose here, so right foot to right corner, left foot stacks on top. We'll start turning the upper body over towards the right hand side. So breathing through that left side now, let's open up. It's long, calming breath now. It's one of the best ways to build new space in your body. So full yogic breath. Feel the belly. Feel the rib cage, the heart space. Exhale, fully relax. And eventually releasing that up. Let's go second side, left foot to left corner. Right hand stacks. Right foot stacks. Take a hold of your right wrist down, gently pulling up. Let's roll the shoulder back. Expansive breath. So really helpful to visualize adding new space as you inhale. And the exhale, drop into that new space. You let go. Belly drops in. Allowing in some new calm energy. Let it flow through. Your last exhale breath, draw back through center. Draw the knees in towards your chest now. Give yourself a squeeze here. Forehead up to your knees. Take a hold of the back of your thighs and start to roll forward and back along your spine. It's really gentle as you roll out the back body. And eventually coming up through, back onto your knees. So taking a strap between your hands, or if you'd like to use a towel, that's totally fine too. Just make sure you come a little bit wider than your shoulders. Coming up onto your knees, take that strap between your hands. So again, wider than your shoulders, lift the heart. Take a long inhale breath. Exhale breath, draw the strap down towards your glutes. Just slowly rolling back. Inhale, realign, come back up, lift. Exhale, draw the strap forward. So feel free to come into any intuitive motion here. Maybe roll through the side body. Look for those sticky spots. I'm going to target those. Send the breath there. Let's roll it out. Simply allowing more and more space. Go 2 more complete rounds here. So using that core strength to lift up through center. And pause in those sticky areas. And eventually coming back down, let's release the strap off to the side. We're going to finish up now with puppy pose, guys. So this is probably the most effective prep posture for building up handstands over time. Stack the hips over your knees, walk the hands forward, tent the fingers. Take a long inhale breath, lengthen off your spine. Exhale, surrender forward, tuck your chin, draw the forehead down towards the mat. So once you're settled in here, I want you to start to shift the weight forward. Maybe palms come on the floor now. Try to melt the heart and the armpits down towards the mat. So sending that breath through the whole body now. Try not to dump into your lower back. Tuck the tailbone, shift forward instead. So to build up handstands, you really need to build a greater than 180-degree flexion through the shoulders. That means the shoulders are moving past the ears. Go ahead, count it out, just 3 more steady breaths in through the nose. Exhale, relax. When you're ready to come out, guys, palms onto the floor, so walk back in. Be sitting back on your feet. Perhaps coming into a final meditation or roll into Shavasana. Let me thank you guys so much for joining. Take some time for yourself today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one.